Did you ask what is resistor? Where the word resistor coming from? Where resistor is applied? What is the function of the resistor? The advantage of the resistor and the disadvantage of the resistor. What is the resistor? Resistor is an electronic component that has the electrical friction. In another definition of resistor, we can say that resistor is an electronic component that opposes the flow of current in the circuit. Means that friction opposes the flow of electron, and those reduce the voltage pressure placed on the electronic component by restricting the amount of current that can pass through it. The electronic component known as resistor is best described as electrical friction. As we say that resistor is described as electrical friction, means that it pretends for a moment that electricity travels through hollow pipes like water. Let us take an example first. Assume two pipes are filled with water and one pipe has very strong wall. This means that the pipe that has strong wall, it would be difficult to push the water through the pipe than the one which has the smooth wall. So the pipe that has a strong wall could be described that having more resistance movement than the smooth one. Remember that electron flow through the material is called voltage in electrons, and is placed on one end of the material facing on electron to react with each other until the ones of the others ends on the material move out. Some materials hold on their electron more than others, making it more difficult for electron to move. These materials that have a higher resistance to flow of the electricity is called the current in electrons than the ones that allow electrons to move easily. Therefore, early experimenters will call the material insulation if they had very high resistance to electron flow, and the conductors if they have very little resistance to electron flow. Later, material that offered as medium amount of resistance were classified as semiconductors. Remember that among of the electronic component that oppose the electric current to flow is resistor. When a person designs a circuit in electronics, it is necessary to limit the amount of electrons or current that will move through the circuit each second. The symbol of resistance is ohm, and resistor has different values according to the necessary of the amount that passing through your circuit is where you put the proper value of resistor. Note that the using of proper value of resistance in electronic circuit designs, it can limit the pressure placed on the device, and thus prevents it from being damaged or destroyed. How resistors they are made? There are many resistors that used in electronics, and each type of resistor is made from different materials, and resistors are also made to handle different amount of electrical power. Some resistors may change their value when voltage are passed across them. This kind of resistors is called voltage dependent resistors. Most of resistors are designed to change their value when the temperature of the resistor changes. And some of the resistors are also made with a controller attached to the alloys, and the user mechanically changes the resistance. These resistors are called variable resistor or potentiometers. The value of wound resistors remains fairly flat with the increasing temperature, but the changes greatly with the frequency. It is also difficult to preset control the value of resistor during construction, so they must be consumed and started after they are built. Let us direct to the types of the resistor. There are different types of the resistors. Resistors are classified into types, namely linear resistor and non-linear resistor. But there are types of resistor which is fixed resistor, variable resistor, thermostat resistor. Yes. I can explain about resistor. I can say about resistor, but at the end you can ask yourself, where resistor are, or the application of resistor. Application of resistor. Resistor can use the inverters, microwave, electric stove, and many more appliances. In generating bulb or metal blowers, weight to the very high temperature reduced from the resistance when electricity is passed through it. So the resistance that can resist some high amount of current that passes through the circuit. At the end, you can ask yourself, what is the importance of the resistor? But resistor is used to the resistance of the flow of the current. When the resistor is pressed in the circuit, the current flow decreases when the current passes through the resistor. The part of the current energy dissipated in the form of it in resistor, those decrease the total current. Thank you for watching these videos. Remember to comment, share, subscribe so that to get the next video.